All right, guys, how we doing? Elliot here with one of my favorite people in the whole world, Professor Alex Huddleston. So we are here, guys. This is for all Jiu-Jitsu community. We're going to put out these videos for everybody during this time of exactly how it is we teach our curriculum so that you can have something to learn, have something to watch, totally free. So let's get going. First, we're going to start, guys, with the front bear hug. There's two ways the front bear hug can happen. Today, we're going to look at it, okay, from under the arms, okay, and this under the arms look. So let's get started. Professor's going to grasp his hands under my arms. The first look, what I don't want Professor to be able to do is to bring his hips in close to me, because now he can either bend me back over or he can start to lift me up from here. There's not many humans that can lift me up these days. So, anyway, here we go. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is I want to stop his hips. Look, I don't want to be sticking my hands out like this, but I'm just showing you. Hands, thumbs in, okay? Not here, thumbs in, cupping the hips, squeezing down on his elbows, weakening the grip, and moving my hips away from his hips. Once I'm in this position, what I like to do, guys, is I like to give a little bump with one of my shoulders to create some space. My hand pummels in front so that I enter in now to this side clench position. From this side clench position, guys, where I'm gonna go is I'm gonna take my knee, I'm gonna bump out his knee, and I'm gonna spin myself around, okay? So bump the knee, spin, 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 and now here we are in the side control position. Once we're in the side control position, Professor will get his hands inside, he will bridge, hip out, I will stand up, he'll put his feet on my hips, and up in base. And now it can be his turn, okay? But let's do it again, okay? So, here we are, okay? Post the hips. So that why, remember, it's this that gets me in trouble, okay? I have to keep his hips away, okay? Once I'm here, squeeze the elbows so that his grip starts to weaken. Back myself away. Bump with whatever shoulder. I am not gonna pummel. If I'm gonna pummel this right hand right now, my left shoulder bumps so that my right hand pummels. And here I come into space in the side clench position. When I'm in side clench, some things that I want to pay attention to is this knee squeeze, okay? I want this knee to be squeezing tight on his knee so that he cannot step in front of me and start throwing me over, okay? So my head stays high. Three things are going to happen at the same time for the takedown. One, I'm going to bump out the knee. Two, I'm going to push my head with the push his chest with my head. And then three, after the knee bump, I'm going to spin and go down to my knees. So all three things at the same time. Bump, head, spin. Down we go. He adjusts his grip right away. Notice, look where his left hand is. It got inside on my bicep so that I don't have good head control. His other hand is here framing. Let's look at his bridge. He bridges, hips out, steps over, brings his feet back into my hips. I'll stand, and he's up in base. Where we can go with this next, guys, okay, as you're home with your partner, is to do a little one-arm pass the guard. So after I took out Professor down, okay, he just escaped the side control. Rather than him push and get up right now, I can take one hand, put it inside my belt. Notice, in front, we never put the hand behind, okay? Because if I were to fall, possibly, I could fall on my shoulder and hurt myself, okay? So I'm always in front, and now a little one-arm pass. I make a grip. Remember, whatever grip I make, Professor takes his other leg and enters the hook. I start to move. If I switch, he switches, okay? If I get past, boom, I let go, he hips out, replaces his guard, 1, 2, and then we continue the drill. When I say up, Professor pushes up, Now it will be his turn to take me down. I'll escape and be doing the one arm past the guard drill. I hope that makes sense, guys. That's a good flow for you to have with a partner when you're at home. We're gonna jump onto the ground next. Okay guys, here we are. We're on the mat mount today, okay? So we are looking at one, maintaining, and then two, the one basic submission with two different options, which is the front choke. The way I like to break down the maintaining of the mount is that my uki, my partner here, it's two options for him. He knows what he's doing, does jiu-jitsu. He doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't know jiu-jitsu. Let's go over the doesn't know jiu-jitsu first. There's two things that they do if they have no clue down here. One of them is they push me to get me off, and then after they push, they roll over, try to get up to their knees and stand up. These are the two things that happen with somebody who doesn't know. How do we deal? Okay? As always, to start, we want a low and wide base. Okay? The more narrow I am and high, the more effect he's gonna have with every motion. Even little motions, even little turns, I'm gonna fall over here. When I'm nice and low and wide, he starts to move and I don't move so much. Okay? I like to have my heels pulling into his butt. My legs are longer than most, as professors are as well. So I always like to cross my feet as well. This helps me a little bit. Some of you shorter leg people, it might not be for you, but you kind of feel what's comfortable. From here now, let's look at the push. Professor starts to push me. He's gonna be pushing with two hands. I'm gonna take one hand at a time and turn my shoulder and rotate it through. One more time. Here he goes. He's pushing. One. Now look, I don't want to just push into him. I'm going to turn. Does everyone see that shoulder turn? That's going to make room for my other hand to enter and then turn through the space so that I'm back on the mat. The next thing that happens is Professor starts to roll over. A lot of times the crossed feet can prevent the rollover, but not all the time. So when he starts to roll, look, I allow. I open my feet, he starts to roll, I move some space with my hips, slide my knee up towards his head, one. As he goes back, belly down, here I am. I'm a little higher, okay? Professor, turn to your right, please, so everyone can see my feet, okay? Notice, my feet are in these little slots where his hips are. My hands are on the ground so that when he starts to get up to his knees here, my feet slide right in, and then I can push myself back, and now I have my hooks in with a nice seatbelt grip. For the drill purpose, I hop up, let him turn back over, and then we can do it again, okay? From this position, guys, what we're gonna do real fast is we're gonna put together and look at, he starts to know jiu-jitsu now. So there's two things that the person does. One is a knee to elbow escape. Two is a buck and roll. Let's look at the knee to elbow first. He's gonna take his elbow, he's gonna start to dig it in. And he's gonna try to bridge and get all of my weight on this leg. So, his elbow goes down. My weight should still be low, okay? Notice my legs are a little flared out, so it's hard for him to really attach that knee to my elbow. I'm sorry, his elbow to my knee. And my weight is already is spread so that when he bridges a little here, I don't really move. Notice again, if my knees were close right now, on his bridge, all of my weight would go up. Look at my trail leg, my right leg. He hips out from this position, he's out. So that's why I like the flared legs, one, crossed feet, two. His elbow goes down. It's a little bit of an inside joke, but it's like a penguin hand, okay? I make like a little flipper, all 5 fingers together, cup his elbow, extract it up. How do I ensure that it doesn't happen again? The knee slides. So that now I have isolated the arm. Professor cannot begin to get this elbow back down, okay? If he goes to knee to elbow on the other side, cup, extract, and now here I am in a very nice high mount. The second thing that happens with a person that knows jiu-jitsu is they go to grab my arm and suck it in so that he can then trap my foot and execute a very nice buck and roll. So, as soon as I feel, again, weight low, as soon as I feel the arm being trapped, all of my weight will go to the other side, to the other hand. I will turn my palm up to the ceiling, okay, so that I can extract my elbow straight back and then replace the hand on the floor. So the way you can move through these two drills, guys, is elbow escapes one side, cup, enter, slide. He elbow escapes the other side, cup, here. He goes to grab my arm, palm up, escape. He goes to grab my other arm, palm up, escape. And now here we go. We're ready to go. How do we put all of them together? He pushes my chest, swim one, swim two. He elbow escapes one side, cup, up, elbow the other, cup, up, grabs my arm, palm up, escape, grabs my arm, palm up, escape, it's them. He rolls, slide, feet in the hooks, on the back. Now, when I want him to go, look, if you know all of the back escapes and everything, you can create a little flow here. I'm gonna make it super simple. I'm just gonna slide off of him. He gets on top of me. And now it's his turn to do all of the same things. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's choke some people, okay? The two very basic options for front choke from the mount, okay? And just so you can see my hand positioning, it's both palms up to the sky, and the other option is one up, one down. What we're gonna pay attention to, guys, is which hand, okay, is on top and where that positioning is, okay? So, here we go. The first thing I wanna be able to do is I wanna be able to make a very good grip, okay? I don't want these shallow grips in the neck. This is where you see this wide elbow thing starting to happen, okay? And I know that seems like it chokes people, but look, right now, his neck is in between my arms. My elbows are very close. If I widen my elbows, the space gets bigger, okay? It might be uncomfortable for him. It might put pressure on the trachea, the front of the neck. And in the beginning of your training, that might cause someone to tap. But Professor, are you ever gonna tap to that?
Nope.
No. It's uncomfortable. You get used to it, okay? It's like the first time you get like a rug burn or your friend Indian burns you, you're like, oh my God, what was that? You know? But now like you look at somebody like, what are you doing to me? Okay? That's what we want to be avoiding. So we want deep hands. Open the gi, the first hand palm up so that my knuckles hit the ground, okay? My second hand now is gonna go palm up as well. It's going to pass under. Now look, sometimes I can open my hand on the first grip and it allows me to get the second hand in a little deeper. From here, what's gonna happen, my palms aren't quite up anymore, they're kind of out to the sides. I'm gonna turn them back up, I'm gonna curl my wrists, and I'm gonna pull my elbows to my chest, to my rib cage. If you've ever done karate and you did this kind of stuff, that's what you're looking for, okay? Open, palm in, other hand, palm up and in, knuckles on the ground. Now look, curl, start to pull. Now one of my hands is on top and one of them's on bottom. The arm that's on top, my head is gonna go down towards that side, okay? It's my right hand right now, but it's on my left side. I'm gonna put my head close to my hand as I pick him up off the ground and start to squeeze, okay? One more time. Open, insert the hand, pass under, let go of the first so it loosens so that you can re-grab. Look, this is where you really want to do this. Curl the wrists, okay? It's not a big curl. It feels like a lot, but nothing really happens. Curl, elbows back, head down, and there's the choke. Okay? That, my friends, was the under option. I want you to go and practice that. Go, practice that, and then you're gonna come back for the over option. Here we are with over, guys. We're back, open, grab. Now, what happens is my partner takes his hand and he puts it right here, okay? So that I cannot make the under happen. He blocked me, okay? I want to make sure here, guys, that I don't get bucked and rolled. He's a little aware. So I want to make sure that that I know where I'm vulnerable here. My right arm is in the space. He's going to trap this right arm now if I'm not ready, and he's going to start to buck and roll me towards my right, okay? So I put my weight way over to the side so that even if he gets my arm and he traps my foot, he goes to buck and roll. There's a little reaction, but not much. From this position, guys, I'm gonna take my arm, I'm gonna drive forward a little bit, putting some pressure on this arm. He doesn't like this, right? It allows my arm to curl around the head. And now, once I'm here, my elbow drops down. Once the elbow drops down, it turns his face, opening up his neck. I grab the bunch of the gi, okay? If you can get your thumb in, that's great, but it's not imperative. Again, my elbows go down into the chest. Look, my left hand's on top, but it's on the right side of the body now. My head's gonna go there, and I'm gonna choke. The pressure with this choke, look, in and slice. Look where his head is. His head's in this space, and we're choking, okay? So again, open. Oh, he blocked. Be ready, okay? Be ready. Now look, don't just drive across, because when I just drive across right here, he's ready to buck and roll me, okay? I want to get this arm out of position. You feel comfortable to buck and roll, Professor?
Not at all.
No. Slide it across. Look, Professor's a big guy. Normally I can have my elbow on the ground, but it's not happening right now. We're two big dudes, too much space, okay? Circle it across, get the elbow low, turn his face, grab the bunch of the gi, put my head down, there's the choke.